Change the title, that is what we'll do. No, I don't want YouTube. Let's go on Twitch. Okay, live. Edits. Two tired dudes. Podcast. Save that shit. Okay. Cool beans. Damn. Still hasn't changed it. Okay. So go up to Discord. Oops, I got a hair on my nose. Well, that's embarrassing. Okay, we got that going. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so hey there, hi there, ho there, one mindful pig here, and on this episode of the Two Tired Dudes podcast, we're going to be defending our favorite games. Favorite retro games. So example, right? We all have those retro games that we're pretty fond of, and the idea is to sell you on either purchasing that game today or playing that game today, whatever the case might be. Because I think a lot of the times um, we get excited about a game, right? That nostalgia factor, and then we actually end up playing the game. It's actually quite dated, more than we seem to have remembered. So that'd be kind of fun. I do have a few on here that JW and Sid ended up suggesting. So we'll read those ones out. Um, yeah, yeah. So last night we did the podcast with Jimmy. We ended up doing. Let's talk about that. Right now, it is currently deleted from Twitch, so you can only catch it on my Spotify page. As my sneaky little way to obviously get you all to check out my Spotify page. It's doing pretty good. There's someone out there, some very kind soul that is actually listening to each video as I upload it week by week. So whoever you are, thank you. I appreciate you. Honestly, has made my week. I actually get excited now. I'm like, okay, Mr. or Mrs. Rando, let's see if you're gonna like this one, right? And then yeah, I checked it this morning, and sure enough, by golly, they ended up listening to the podcast. So thank you for that. I said I really do appreciate you, and yeah, I hope you one day leave a comment so I know what you like about the show, and or maybe what you would like to see for the show itself. Well, I really got off the rails there. I meant to talk about Jimmy and I's podcast. My bad. Yeah. So anyway, Jimmy and I last night we were talking about Elder Scrolls 6 and what we were hoping it would either be or what would be in the game. So, example, what kind of sparked this whole conversation was that Jimmy and me were saying how much in Skyrim we miss athletics and aerobics um, as a major and minor skill that you can level up. So, if you're not aware of this, in Oblivion and Morrowind, you could pick your major and minor stats. So those two are a good example, right? But there was also lock picking. There was, two-handed weapons, one-handed weapons. So in Skyrim, kind of the same idea as that whole constellation of stars that they do, right? Where you can go up the skill tree. Same idea, but you didn't have a skill tree, basically. You just had from 0 to 100. So when something hit 100, your character was maxed out with that stat, right? I want to say Oblivion took it a step further, and when you reached 100, you did receive some kind of special perk for maxing that stat out, but I could be wrong. I might not remember it properly. But the cool thing that they did, and I haven't played Skyrim all the way, so I can't say for sure if they do it in weapons such as archery or one-handed or two-handed weapons, but I can confidently say they don't do it with athletics and aerobics. So in Oblivion Morrowind, you could jump, and every time you jumped, it would move that little experience bar up. So you eventually were starting to like level up your jump. So you might have a boulder, let's say, in front of you, and maybe right now you can only jump up, a quarter of that boulder. And then once you reach level 50, maybe you can jump on top of the boulder, right? And then by the time you reach level 100, you're going to be able to not only clear that boulder, but probably clear about two or three of them. Like the the ability it gave you when you like fully maxed that out was just ridiculous. I constantly brag about my Oblivion character. Now, mind you, he has vampirism, so his stats did get increased even more. But he is at the point now where I can pretty much run across that map, and I mean that world's huge. Hopefully, when I do my editing on this, I'll post it. A map at least so you can see how big Oblivion was. And yeah, I could go from one end to the map to the other end. I could go from the forest to the black marshes, no problem. Like maybe like I don't know, would it be like 15 minutes, maybe less than that? Obviously, yeah, it must be less than 15 minutes. It was quick, was what I'm trying to say, right? It didn't take much game time. I could also like clear about five of those imaginary boulders that we were talking about. Like when my character jumped, he soared. Like it was phenomenal. And it wasn't like I did a bigger jump in the air. Like, I just, I jumped the height of a boulder, like I was saying. But it was the fact that like I would once I hit that top part of that boulder and I cleared it, I stayed at that level for quite a distance. Like if my boy was doing long jump, you know what I mean? He would be right at the end of that scale. And it was so cool. I remember when I finally achieved that with that character, and I had to pause for a second, like just take it in. I was like, holy crap! Like, just thinking back to what it was like first playing the game because you're so slow, right? Your jumps are so sad, and like I think I was just doing another playthrough at that time, and like when I played with that character, that's when it kind of like registered the impact that that small little mechanic actually made. And it was just so neat. It was just so neat. I like games that make you feel like you accomplished something in that way, right? And again, right as I was leveling up my athletics and I was leveling up the aerobics, um, it helped my character progress at his levels. I think by the time I was done, it must have been like a level 40 character, maybe more than that. Can't remember now off the top of my head. I do remember I clocked in 600 hours for this character, so that'll give you an idea of how much I invested into that world. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just so much fun, and then even like your swings too, right? So you use two-handed, one-handed, whatever the case is, right? Most of the time, I would say there's a big difference in the swing action, um, but it's the chance to actually hit the enemy. So in the beginning, it is frustrating. Like you're just like swing. It's like no, sorry, miss, 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 swing, miss, 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 swing. You know what I mean? Like you're not connecting a lot of them. And by the end of the game, right, it's so uncommon to actually miss. Like it's actually shocking. Like you think the game, you have every right to say, like oh, it was the controller or it was something else because the chances that you're actually gonna miss one of those one-handed or two-handed swings is pretty much zero. Uh, I do kind of wish it looked more impactful. Now, just thinking of the aerobics and athletics in either of those games, Oblivion or Morrowind. But whatever. It's they still did a good job. They still made it seem impactful. So that was one of the things that we talked about. There was lots that we dived into together, and I highly recommend that you guys give that podcast a listen. If I'm smart, I will have posted the podcast link, or at least where to find it. Yeah, yeah, that was a good one, Jimmy. Our next one's gonna be worms. Jimmy does have a child coming on the way soon, so I do apologize. Our podcast might have a few delays, but I'm gonna really try to work with his schedule so that we can pound out a few, when he's able to and has an hour. Because that's the nice part, right? Our podcast is usually always an hour. I think this was an hour and 30. Most of the time, we just try to keep it in that hour mark because he's got a lot on his plate. I got a lot on my plate, but we want to have that ability to just have a friendly conversation. We like each other's company. Hopefully, you guys get that vibe from the podcast itself, and we have a very big passion in gaming. And the nice part is that we usually are pretty passionate about the same games, right? So, um, you know, from the sad part, you won't get a lot of cons, but you will get a lot of like, yeah, this game has this, and this. That's what makes it so great, um, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Gaming wise, trying to think. Oh, Friday we played Amara Galanted. I'm gonna screw this up. You're all gonna laugh at me, but whatever. Basically, it was this TCG game, so trading card game. It caught my eye when I was looking at it because the front cover was just like straight up like Magic the Gathering. You know what I mean? Like it had the wizards on there, the cards are in front of them. I was like, okay, this is my kind of game. I love card games, and in all honesty, it would be my kind of game. I would actually love to play it. I would love to dive deeper into the world that they were kind of make, but they made the one fatal mistake that some of these games make, and that is beat online only. So you do have the option to do the tutorial. You do have the option to fight AI for a while, um, but it's very boring. It's very repetitive. What I mean by this is that you have two maps to choose from. So I'll explain why there's maps, but you have two maps for this trading card game. So far, I want to say that it's only normal, hard, and insane, the three difficulties where the decks actually change. I should look into that though to see, because that would add a little more variety, but it wouldn't fix anything like that I'm gonna bring up. But it would help the situation as far as variety goes. But for as of I'm aware right now, there's just one deck you fight under normal. Then you fight a different deck that is under hard, and another different deck, right? That's under insane difficulty. Now you yourself can make any deck you want to and play with any card, which is nice. But example, a booster pack costs 1,000 coins, and basically the better choice of booster packs cost 2,500, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you're getting about 30 coins a battle. So, no, sorry, I should say 30. No, 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 no. Sorry, I'm thinking a different game. That one was 220. I think I got you. From 150, I'll say, to 220 you get per battle, which, I mean, it isn't bad, but when you're doing pretty much the same battle over and over again, um, that's what, 5 battles you need to do? And it's not like these battles are quick and fast, they take a while. And here's why. So, when you're playing this game, you have the trading card element, so you will draw cards every turn. Um, Turns are very odd because it's basically both players playing at the same time. But there is turn mechanics such as drawing a card will happen at one point. It has a cooldown, let's just say. Mana accumulates throughout the game, which I'm assuming is supposed to indicate again maybe a cooldown or it's physically your turn. You can play as many cards as you want as long as you got the mana for it, so that's not a problem. Um, so all that is like the trading card elements, right? So like I said, it's I didn't time it, maybe I should have, but you like I said, you draw cards throughout this process, right? I don't know if it's like a minute or two delay between drawing a card, but it does happen often enough. And same with mana, right? Mana and drawing seems to be relatively in the same time bank. Then you got a tower defense element added in. So you have your cards, just like every other card game, right? You play that card, that creature. You have creatures, you have spells. Like I said, this is literally like every kind of card game, right? So anyway, you play your creature. Now that creature spawns onto the map, the field that we were talking about, and there is, let's see, they have 5, I want to say, landmarks on that map. So 3 of them are called monoliths. If you can have a character stand at a monolith all the way until it turns blue, if that's your color, or red if it's your opponent's color, they capture that monolith. When you have a monolith, it deals 1 damage again, whatever the time frame is, every minute, every 2 minutes, however they calculate it. But it just deals continuous damage, one at a time though. So if you control all three, you're dealing 3 damage. Again, just like every other card game, they have health bars. So I think you and your opponent both have 20 health. I want to say, and creatures deal damage, monolith deals, like I said, all normal mechanics. So um, that's one way to win. You control all that. You also have a couple of wild cards, I want to call them. One is basically like a giant map for this the no, sorry, it's a watchtower they call it. So if you highlight the watchtower, you can pretty much see most of the map, which benefits you because if you don't control an area, there's a kind of like a fog or a cloud around that area. Again, it won't be on the opponent's side; they can see clear path, right? But wherever they're not standing, there's going to be a cloud there, right? So you can kind of sneak up on opponents. They're not able to predict what route your characters are going to go because this is a big map. It has multiple areas um, that you could explore. And then the fifth tower, I think it's called the teleporter. Now that one I'm still trying to figure out. I think the teleporter is just another way to deal damage, just maybe a little bit quicker than the monoliths. Um, yeah, I'm pretty confident that's what that one does. So anyway, there's the 5 points, right? So that's one way to control and damage your opponent. The other way is by killing their creatures. So just like every other card game, if a creature, let's say you summon a giant ogre, 3/3, 3 attack, 3 defense, right? Or 3 attack, 3 health. That's easier. Um, they summon, like Angry Goblin, and he is a 4/4. If that 4/4 attacks a 3/3, obviously the 4/4 wins, is stronger. So, it takes 4 damage, and your creature takes 3 damage. So your creature lives with 1 health. Their creature dies. When that creature dies, whatever I believe it's whatever its summoning cost was, I want to say, is what is minus off your health total. So if it had a mana cost of 8, you just took 8 damage. So, you know, it sounds like you want to make the right choices, but in all honesty, whether you do a weenie run, which is basically characters that cost 1 or 2, right? Most card games have that, right? That's 1 to 2 mana cost. The creatures are usually, like 2/1 or 2/2 or something silly, right? They're not meant to be overpowering. They're just meant to overwhelm the opponent. Or you choose to use the big beefy boys, right? Like the 6/6, the 7/7, the 10/10. Obviously they're going to take like 9, 10 mana to summon, but they're impactful, right? Or they have trample, so not only they deal damage to the creature, but whatever damage wasn't blocked now hurts the opponent on top of everything else. um, you know Either route you take, right? It's not really going to change, I think, the game too much for you. You have that freedom. You could do a weedy run, sorry, or you could do like a big beefy boy run. um, all the creatures too, just like magic and all those other ones, have abilities. So some have flying. Flying creatures can attack ground creatures. Ground creatures can't attack flying. I did find that out. I thought that was cool. There was range abilities. So creatures can be attacked before they come face to face. If it's a creature that doesn't have flying, right, or the ability to fire a projectile, then it can only attack once it comes face to face with the other creature. So yeah, there's lots of like little mechanics in the game that make it a lot of fun. The tower defense part I thought was really cool. I enjoyed that. They also even had on the maps neutral creatures that would attack you, but you could attack them. And the point to attacking them was just to like level up. Um, yeah, it was just a really really neat game. Um, but if you're not a trading card fan, then it might be kind of boring. I said I liked it, so even though it didn't have the online mechanic anymore, because obviously no one's playing the game, I still enjoyed it for what it was and what it was trying to be. And I think that's the downfall, like I was saying, just because there's no online community, it kind of makes the game, you know, relatively blah. Because, like I said, you're going to be fighting the same opponent over and over again. Eventually, you're going to reach a level where you just know, okay, I'm going to go here, he's going to go there. This is the creature I want to summon. And I was kind of getting into that routine. I will say hard really took me off. Um, I couldn't do hard mode, and that was just one difficulty up. And that was kind of another annoyance I found. For example, in hard mode, their deck changed, right? But it was like it was such an extreme change. Like this guy literally summoned 5 dragons within the first 3 minutes. I'm just thinking, like, how are you getting this mana this quickly? And that was another thing too. I forgot to mention is the spell cards, right? So you do have the ability to heal. So heal with a healing spell will heal one of your allies, which keeps them alive longer, right? You don't have to worry about the casting cost hurting you. You also have the ability to deal damage. So I had one spell dealt 1,000 damage, area effect as well, right? So I usually casted that one. I think it was called Meteor. That was awesome. I could usually wipe out like 3 or 4 troops with that spell. So that was definitely a devastator. It's very easy too in that game to kind of zone out and enjoy it. And before you know it, you're the one losing, even though you feel like you should be winning. Like, there were points like I owned the map, and I was like, "Yeah, I got this guy." And I would look, and I was like, "Damn, how does he have like 79 health and I have 59 health?" Just I don't know. There were some parts that were just a little weird. I was like, I must be missing a mechanic or not understanding something still about the objective in the game. Like obviously it's to kill your opponent, but there are ways to do that, right? I must not be understanding something about the controlling the landmarks. Yeah, I must be missing something with that. Same with the mana. If I think if I understood the mana better, I might add a few more heavy hitters. I kind of stick between a weenie and a few like mediums. So a medium would be like a 4/4, 5/5. One of those kind of creatures. Yeah, so that was Friday. I played that one for 3 hours. I didn't expect to go that long because an hour into it, I was like, okay, this is kind of boring even for me, but I'm gonna power through like a champ. Um, Wednesday we did our Skyrim stream, so same old, same old. I didn't have anything crazy happen in Skyrim. I do know that we are at a point now where I feel pretty confident to say that enough's enough. Sorry, enough's enough. It's time to take on that slave encampment and just wipe them out. Save the people that are in there and finish up the Battleborn quest line. And yeah, after that, I might just do. No, I'll look at my side quest log. And if it's kind of decent, I think I will move on and start the first objective in the game, which was go see the Greybeards. I still haven't done that one, so yeah, maybe we'll tackle that one next. Yeah, I pretty much took it for streaming wise. Off stream, what I was playing lately is Call of the Wild: The Angler. It's a fishing game. So if you don't know, I have this big passion for fishing games. I don't know what it is. I love them. I find them very relaxing. I like the thrill of catching, that next larger specimen. Um, I like the different approaches that they take. So in this one, your fishing rod has a level up meter, like an RPG. Your lure has it as well. And I want to see there was a third thing they picked that you could level up. And as they leveled up, right, I think the idea was I was supposed to get better rods, or I was supposed to get I guess maybe traits that end up unlocking. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't upgraded too far. I think I got 2 fishing rods only. But yeah, it's a very interesting game. I enjoyed it more than I was going.
Am I an interesting game?
Oh, hey, how's it going, Juggernaut?
It's going good. How about yourself?
Oh, not too bad. I was just talking about my adventures in the angler, the fishing game I was playing.
Fishing game?
Yeah, it's
people still play fishing games.
Hell yeah, man! They're so relaxing. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Dude, I can't. Well, I've been getting more into relaxing games lately. Although I can't do them still. Like I try. and I get further than I could before. I try, but I don't know. Relaxing games aren't my thing. What are you talking about today other than fishing games? Or is
um,
fishing games it?
yeah, that was it. I was just gonna go on and on about fishing. No, I was just
Oh darn, man. Them bass, them trout,
hell yeah, the
oh,
bluegill.
them tuna. Yeah. That's all I know about fishing. I used to actually go fishing a lot with my dad, but I don't I don't remember a lot of it.
That's okay. I think I only went
I just
fishing
remember being
once.
bad.
The only thing I remember is I actually got to drive the boat, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I was like, yeah. No, I was just kind of going over what I was playing this last week and all that jazz. But the main topic of today was I asked everyone if they wanted to basically pick out a retro game that they felt pretty passionate about and try to convince people nowadays to play it. So the best example
Dude,
I
I
could
love retro games.
yeah, the best example I can think of is a lot of people have issues with outdated graphics, so how would you sell that retro game to them, And I said they could pick as many games as they wanted to. There was no limit. But yeah, just, try to do your best to say, hey, I think you should try this, even though it's from the original Nintendo or whatever the case might be.
Oh, then I got suggestions upon suggestions.
Well, I'm all
My
for it, my dude.
boy. Have you ever played Mega Man?
Hell yeah, I have.
Dude, well, have you ever played Mega Man X?
I don't think so. I want to say I played like at least 3 Mega Man games, but they were very like random points in my life. But I did enjoy it. I do like Mega Man.
Dude, I love Mega Man. Just like maybe a few months ago, me and my brother played every single Mega Man X game. And then we played all the Zero games, which I mean, if you haven't played the Mega Man X games, then you wouldn't know who Zero is. But we played all those games. If you want a fun platformer, that's like a really good like boss rush type game. Oh my gosh, the Mega Man games are so fun. Well, the Mega Man X games are. I never played the original Mega Man's like 1 through what is it now? They're at 11.
I
I
think
haven't
so. Yeah,
played
love it.
the actual Mega Man 1 through 11. I haven't played those ones, but Mega Man X games, they're so fun. And I think what makes them better to me is that it introduced the dash, and then you
Okay.
can do more. You can do more like there's more interchangeability between the shots and then the movement. And I think it's a step up compared to the actual Mega Man games, in my opinion.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. I
And
think
my
I think for
boy.
me I was like Mega Man 1 through 11. I think that was the ones I usually played. I think I want to say 3 I played and like 5. Like I said, it was very random ones. Yeah, no, I was like the concept to it. Like I thought they were really like neat games. You'll choose pretty much any way you want to go, like whatever boss battle, and backtracking
Yeah,
was
it's
a huge
so
thing.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I loved the idea that if you could beat one boss, you would have the weakness for a different boss. You just have to find it. And then depending on what boss you beat, it'll change all of the other stages. Like if you beat like this one like water place, maybe you'll see rain in some of the other places, or you'll see water spouts somewhere, or you'll see like this place destroyed, or if you destroy this plane, you'll see a plane crash in the background of this place that will significantly impact this whole stage. And you'll see really cool stuff like that I don't think is really often used inside games similar to it. That I think added like a different level of uh I don't know, gameplay.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's funny because that's exactly what Jimmy and I were praising the Elder Scrolls series for as well. Like, I love games that, like you just said, like whatever actions you might have done, right, actually impact the game itself. Or in Skyrim's case, we were talking about, right, like just the fact that characters, as you walk by them, would just be like, "Hey, I know you killed so and so," or "Hey, you got that weapon," right? Like, I love that shit. Like, it's such a small detail,
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
the
It's
word.
so cool.
Yeah.
And another game that I think needs some attribution as far as like retro games go is the Castlevania series. The original ones aren't my cup of tea. Not like the super duper original ones, but like once they get into the SNES and not the NES, and they reach that 16-bit era of like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Castlevania Rondo of Blood. There's another one in there that's name is escaping me right now. But the music, the gameplay, different kinds of powers. The story, it's all just a super fun thing. In fact, playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's the only reason why I like side scroller games.
That's awesome.
It's the only reason why.
I mean, hearing that does make me want to play them. And I already do want to play the old Castlevania games. I am unfortunately the shameful person that can only say I played Castlevania 64, and that was my only Castlevania experience. I liked it. It was good. I know it's not the most liked game out there.
The only Castlevania game that I played were the 3D ones on the PS3. It's kind of no. No, I mean, I played the 2D, like, like the side scroller Metroidvania type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Castlevania is the reason why Metroidvanias even exist, but it was such a turning point for me because I hadn't played games like that until I was about 18 when I played one with my brother, and then those games became so much fun. I started enjoying games like Hollow Knight. I enjoyed more games like Mario. I enjoyed games like oh god, there's so many more that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But just games inside that sort of like idea, like Mega Man, for instance. Like I played a lot more Mega Man because of it. Just there's so many games like it that like opened up a world to me because of playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I suggest if anybody's ever slightly interested, like 1 to 10 interest level, I highly suggest giving it a shot because it is just a whole other level of special.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying so hard right now to remember the game that kind of copied it. It's Blood something, but I can't remember the fucking name of it.
Bloodstained.
Thank you.
And oh my gosh, it's made by the same person who made Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
That's to say, playing
the second
game made me want to play Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I get the concept.
It's made by the same person, and it's almost an exact copy.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
It's not. I think Castlevania Symphony of the Night's better, but they've got almost the exact same elements.
Yeah, it's like so just playing that one alone made me want to try Castlevania. I was like, okay, I get the hype behind this. Sorry, Sicky, how you doing?
Yeah, what's up, Sevi? How are you? What's going on? Why are you being silent?
Hello. I was just listening to you guys talk.
Okay, well, I mean, that's nice to know. That's comforting, but why?
Just like, oh, they're nerding out.
And then, I'm actually doing my state board exam tomorrow. So, that's exciting.
Your state boulder exam? What's a state boulder exam?
State board exam, you dummy.
State board? What?
Dude, this is why you can have me and Judge in the same
I was gonna say, what are the coincidences that we would have this happen?
Sevi, how are you?
I am if I'm keeping it at 100% right now, I'm exhausted. I've been studying the past 3 weeks, but trying to like stream here and there to like decompress, you know. And then I stream and I play Valorant. I get more stressed out, but hey.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of Valorant, guess who can actually play it without it looking like a potato?
Oh,
you?
Yeah, because I made a new PC, which was awesome.
Yeah,
well, actually, it wasn't awesome. It was so stressful.
So, petition of Judge playing Valorant with me. Hey yo.
Oh, that's gonna be so good. That'd be such a good stream.
No, wait a second, because I still hate the game. I hate everything about it, but like,
Hey, I ranked up. I got to my goal rank. Okay, in Valorant, I got to my goal rank, so I'm pretty happy with it right now. I'm just playing it out.
Yeah,
there.
good for you. Then you shouldn't play with me because I will lower your rank almost instantaneously. My presence. Oh, what?
That's the thing, though. We don't have to play ranked. We do play unranked, which is just normal, you know. It's
yeah, but that doesn't sound fun either. I mean, the game doesn't. Okay. Listen, we're talking about retro games today, Savvy. We're not talking about these newfangled Valorant games. We're talking about retro games.
You're asking me how was my day and shit, what I've been up to, so I'm explaining. Okay, Josh, okay? You want to pick a fight on Mindful Stream? Is that what happened?
Listen, Matt, please take it away because this is your stream. This is your A podcast.
Are you kidding?
You do what you want to do over here.
Are you kidding? This is the clip moments right now. This is the best time.
Well, Sebby, have you ever played any retro games that you just really want to talk about that nobody ever plays anymore that you might want to mention because other people just don't play it and you just kind of want to, mention it?
Actually, I do. Sonic and Mega Man.
Hey, somebody else said Mega Man.
Another Mega Man show.
Yeah, like OGs.
I was just talking about Mega Man. I didn't play the original Mega Mans, but we were just talking about Mega Man, like the X series. Did you ever play Mega Man X?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, or any of the Zero games. The Zero games were great.
Dude, honestly, not gonna lie, like actually Zero was actually my actual like game crush. You know, I'm like, damn, you know.
Did you play all the Zero games? I don't suggest the last one, but the first three Zero games, and then like obviously Mega Man X through Mega Man X7 were probably the good ones. So X7 kind of sucked too. So like Mega Man X through X6.
Duh. What type of Mega Man fan would I not be if you fucking did not play it? What the fuck?
She didn't play that. That's what she just said.
I did play. I played a lot of games. I'm only playing Sonic though.
Same.
Like, come on, Chibis, come on, little babies.
Now the question is, did you ever beat a Sonic game?
Yes, I have.
Well, did you beat me? Because I definitely didn't. I love them to death, but I don't think I ever finished it.
I've never touched Sonic.
Oh, that's a shame. What's wrong with you?
You're lame. You're lame.
Canadian response I've ever heard in my life. Well, that's a shame.
Gosh, Judge, that's an L from you, dude. That's a legit
you're
L.
missing out,
No
my man.
challenge. I know, dude.
Listen, there was nothing that drew me to it, and there's still nothing that draws me to it.
What do you mean?
What do
You
you
run
mean?
fast and you get from one point to the next. What else do you need, man? Just kidding.
I mean, I need
There's bad guys along the way, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just moving on. What other games though, Sebby? Like what? Did you, any other retro games that you want to mention?
I don't know if this counts as a retro game, but like Pokemon.
Yeah, we were going all the way up
Pokemon.
to the N64. We were gonna count that as the
Yeah.
highest for retro.
Anything up to N64? That's
Yeah,
what
so
we're talking
N64, Sega Saturn,
Okay.
PlayStation 2. You know,
about? So then,
that last.
wait a second. Pokemon then, because there was a lot of Pokemon games before and during N64, huh?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, there was tons. So yeah, that definitely counts, Sebby. That's sick.
Okay.
I love
so
this
yeah,
Pokemon.
played a lot. Mainly played a lot of Pokemon.
Like we talking
I
blue and
don't know
red, or which one did you like, Sleepy?
I
I personally love yellow.
think I would say. I was
Yellow was so
just about to
good.
say that too.
Yeah,
I was like,
right?
I
yellow.
streamed Yellow.
Yeah. Oh, did you? That's sick.
I did. It was one of the first games I streamed on my PC.
Like blue and red were great, but yellow just took it to the next level. It was awesome. Even the Pokemon, they look so much better. Like, oh my God, you ever seen blue and red? They look like shit. Like, what the hell were they thinking? The Pokedex looks so
It was
nice.
their first game. You can't make fun of them for it.
But the Pokedex looks so good. I was like, yeah, that's Squirtle. And then like you throw the ball out, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's an eyeball with a finger. Like, it's terrible.
I
I
think that's all to really think of. I don't know if this sounds about like Maple Story, but I don't.
Maple Story's old, yeah, sure, why not? As I said, I do have a few here from our Discord community. JW wanted to shout out Conker's Bad Fur Day on the N64. Great choice. I mean, if you don't know, he's a huge fan of that
great
game.
game.
But yeah, no, excellent choice. Definitely one of the highlights of the N64. Said he wanted.
Some say it's definitely the best N64 game ever made.
Oh hell yeah, 100%. Said was just saying Dark Chronicle for the PlayStation 2. He liked that it started off as a standard action RPG, then morphs into a photographic sim, and then there are hundreds of crafting recipes, and then all opens up in a city builder in like the first 20 hours. So I haven't played that one, but I've heard that name before, Dark Chronicles.
Is that into the same like franchise as Dark Cloud?
It might be actually. It might be.
If it is, then I've definitely heard of it. Hold on, Dark Chronicles. Oh, it is. Yeah, so Dark Cloud and Dark Chronicles. So I've definitely heard of the franchise, but I definitely never seen Dark Chronicle.
I mean, to be honest, anything from the PS2 era was pretty goddamn amazing.
Oh, never mind. Dark Chronicles was Dark Cloud too. That's what. Okay, all right, never mind. So yeah, I've actually seen and played part of this game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's definitely, in my opinion, not retro. It was a PlayStation 2 game.
Hey, you know that's a while ago now.
now.
We're getting older, buddy.
Hey, listen, it's a while, but it ain't retro. Okay, listen, those are when it's a game that I grew up with. That's not considered retro. Okay,
Remember,
when it was made in my era.
Now, the PS5. That's 3 generations.
Yeah, but they're making them so short in between. There was like 18 years between PS2 and PS3. You can't, you can chill with it.
That's a whole damn adult, man. Like, yeah. What was I gonna say? Speaking of the N64, Diddy Kong Racing would definitely be another one I would throw in there as far as.
Oh, I never touched it before.
Ooh, that's a damn shame. That really is.
No, the only games I remember from the N64 were F-Zero, which was a very fun racing game. I remembered F-Zero. I remember Zelda Ocarina of Time, Zelda Majora's Mask, which I only got to play like a little bit of, honestly. Like, I just play it for a little bit, and then I'd realize I don't like it. Then I'd give it another shot a couple years later, try it again, realize I didn't like it, and then not try it again for like a couple years later. And I sort of did this.
I get that. Like, as much as I love that game,
Super Mario RPG,
I feel like
NES?
it's total nostalgia. Like this, just like nostalgia for that game.
True, definitely nostalgia. Was Super Mario RPG NES?
Ooh, okay.
I was asking. Was that game for NES? I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, it was. Yeah, was that the one you played?
Yes, actually, I played it a lot. It's a fantastic game, and it's getting a remake very, very soon. It comes out next month or the month after.
Oh yeah, for the Switch. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know, and I'm so excited for it. It's going to be a fantastic time, I think. Although they're changing some things that a lot of people aren't really agreeing with, but overall the game is still there, and I'm so excited to play it once again, because that game, the original, if you ever have a chance to play it before the remake, I highly suggest going to play it, because it has so much charm to it. It's a very funny game, fantastic music. It's made by Square Enix, so it's made by the people who made Final Fantasy, so it has fantastic music. And the final secret boss is a complete reference to Final Fantasy, and it's so funny.
I love it. Like, I swear, growing up, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what, but I always thought of Square Enix just as Final Fantasy. And like now, as the years go by, I was like, holy shit, like they made a lot of good games actually.
They really did.
Yeah.
Almost all of Square Enix's games were fantastic. Also, hi Murray, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Super good to see you. I am taking you over Mindful Stream today, and we would like to welcome you to his channel. Yet my channel. We all know it is. No.
Hi, Marie.
Damn.
I just scrunched my body into cringe.
Judge, why? Just why?
Because I'm funny, I think. At least.
Kinda.
Oh my god. Marie was my buddy throughout my PC building process. I was on a call with her for almost the entirety of it, so she can tell you how much I struggled. I struggled building the PC the other day, because just there's so many people who, like, you can just ask and you can be like, okay, so how do I do this? And then there's so many responses that are like, it's obvious. And I'm like, it's obviously not obvious if I'm struggling with it. It was, oh man, it was one of the worst experiences of my life. It was so bad.
You could tell which he sums it up as it was a trip.
Yeah. You know, it was
Marie, I feel
it
bad
was
for
rough.
you. Marie, I feel bad for you. You have to deal with Juds. I feel bad.
I'm the best in the world, obviously.
This is why I haven't heard of her on
Anyways.
Discord lately.
Anyways, on the
Anyways,
topic here.
Yeah, so other than Super Mario RPG and then Square Enix, because Square Enix made tons and tons and tons of great hits during that era. And obviously, Mindful isn't talking about the PS1 days, so I can't include anything like Legend of Dragoon or
Of course
etc.
you can, my
Whatever.
dude. Go right ahead.
Okay, yeah, Legend of Dragoon. Go to Legend of Dragoon, my guy. Have you ever played it?
I do. I'm gonna break your heart. I have it sitting on a shelf, never played, but it's there. It's
Okay. You're going to stream it. So it's on. You can buy it on PlayStation 4.
Oh wow, okay.
They have a classic version. They have a classic version that you can play. I highly suggest it. It's a game that will probably take you about 70-ish hours to beat, maybe more. But the story, the gameplay, and everything else about it is so interesting, and it was never done before, and I haven't seen it done again.
Like
It is
special
literally
mechanics or what?
one of a kind. All of it.
Oh, okay.
All of it. It's a one-of-a-kind game, and I highly suggest just getting your hands on it because it's a fun game. And there have been more people asking for a remake of that game over the last, almost 30 years than I've seen ask for any remake ever.
I agree with that. I definitely see that game brought up a lot in Dino Crisis. It's usually those two you always see.
Yeah, in Dino Crisis. Yeah, 100%. Speaking of which, Dino Crisis, that was Capcom, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you know what game sold for the most money that Capcom has created, and hardly anybody I know has ever touched it or seen it?
What game is it?
Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World is one of the
Really?
best games I've ever played in my life, and it's not only sold the most money, it sold the most copies, and it's so their second highest game ever sold is Monster Hunter Rise, which came out after it, and they made them $13 million. Monster Hunter World is their number one selling game of all time, and it's already made $27 million for them. And it's bonkers to think about it because it's not Resident Evil. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of
what's their
answers I
fighting
was
game? They have
expecting.
Street Fighter, don't they?
Yeah, they have Street Fighter. There's a lot of answers I was expecting, but that definitely was not one of them. I would never have guessed Monster
Yeah, I
Hunter.
know, it's crazy,
Holy
and nobody
shit.
ever thinks about it.
Yeah,
Bonkers
yeah.
to me,
Ricky
man.
plays it too. You're right, Marie.
I don't know who Ricky is.
In the Discord community there.
Okay.
He was our
okay.
viewer of the month, Juggernaut. What the hell? Just kidding.
Hey, listen, I should always be like viewer of the month. I mean, look at me. I'm like over here.
True. You're always
talking
there,
to
no
you.
matter what.
You can't see me. I'm doing hand emotions. Hold on. Let me turn on my camera real quick just so you can see my hand motions. Hold on. I gotta
Josh
turn
over
my
here
lights.
bragging about himself, jeez.
Juggernaut's like that kid's like, hey, watch me do a kick.
Hold on. Wait, it's turning on.
Marie says she got Discord better.
Put everything on hold.
Well, shut
guys.
up. I'm trying to work on things. Can you guys see me? My camera's slowly turning on.
Right now, it's just the two little
Hold on.
lights.
No. Oh, you know why? Because I have OBS open. Hold on. Let me close OBS.
L.
Hold
L
on.
to
Hold on.
Juggernaut.
Marie.
Wait. Do it again. Hi.
There he is.
But I was doing like that.
Wow.
Obviously, I'm like the best person that you've like ever met in your life. I'm just saying, like, and I was doing the hand moments like this, and then I don't know. It was funny to me at the time. It's not really worth it now,
It's
but
okay, man.
hi,
It was
how y'all
totally worth the
doing?
5 minutes that we waited. Honestly.
Yeah. Honestly.
Oh, Juggernaut.
He's over here like, let me take over. Judge.
I'm not
co-streamer
I'm
now,
not
right?
taking over.
He's adding.
I'm not
Yeah.
taking
He's
over if
adding.
I'm being all loud. See, I'm adding.
Yeah, he's
Seven,
like
you
the
can't make fun of me like
spice.
this because I'm doing what I'm being
He's like the
told.
spice to the dish, you know. He's just being sprinkled on top. That's all.
You guys like my water bottle mountain?
Your water
Did
bottle.
you have that
man?
last time
My
that you were
water bottle
talking with me and
mountain.
Jimmy?
Well, and I cleaned it up, and then it just keeps
That was
on
like a month ago.
reappearing.
What's going on over there?
Yes, he does that.
And I clean it up. I clean it up, and then it just comes back.
It sounds like a stew issue. Love you best, but
No, it's I suck at cleaning up my messes. Hi, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Super sweet to see you guys. Today on the Juggernaut Podcast, I'd like to ask you all about a little bit of retro games. Mindful, do you have any in mind?
I just want to know
Full.
why you brought up F-Zero. I totally forgot that was something on the N64. When I think of like
F-Zero is a fantastic game.
yeah, when I think of
There
like
was
high
multiple
racing
games of it.
games, I think of like the podcast or the podcast, the Pod Racer one, episode 1.
Oh, Star Wars Pod. That was PlayStation 1 though.
Hey, that was N64 as well.
It was?
Yeah,
I thought
it
it was only
was.
PlayStation 1.
No, and it was Dreamcast.
Oh, well, never mind. I'm just bad. No, so F-Zero had a Super Nintendo version of the game, right?
Yes.
And then it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. They had it was an okay racing game. You could only do it one player, and it just wasn't up to snuff. And then they came out with the N64 version, which had multiplayer, and it was zooming. It was a zoom-in game, and it was so fun to play. It was so when my brother moved out, he gave me his N64 with all of his old games on it.
Nice.
One of the games on it was F-Zero, and I just remember playing that game so much as a kid. So much as a kid. Also, does the camera do anything for you guys? Are you guys?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely adding. I was gonna say for PlayStation 1, one of the Star Wars games you might remember then would be the Phantom Menace Episode 1. That was probably the
Oh my
best Star
gosh.
Wars game I've ever played.
I never played the Phantom Menace, but I played. There was one that came out on the PlayStation 2. It was Episode 3. It was Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And that game was a lot of fun. I remember because you could do these little like custom duels that you could play against a friend and stuff. And you'd have these
Ooh,
really
that's
cool
cool.
lightsaber battles. And you could pick any of the characters that was inside the movie. So you could be like Mace Windu fighting General Grievous, and they each had their own movesets, and the animations were awesome. And each had their own force powers. You could be Ben Kenobi and accidentally die by doing the thing where you know how in like episode 4
Yeah.
how he does the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can accidentally do that by pressing the right buttons and it kills you.
That's
Straight up
wicked.
kills you.
That's so
Ends
cool.
the round. That's it. It's so funny. It's so funny. And I just remember doing all that stuff with like my nephew, and just there's some really good memories there. But dude, have you ever played it was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed?
Yes, yes. Oh my god, so good.
That is the best Star Wars game ever made. I don't care who you are. That game was the first game that was ever gotten for me on my PS3. Granted, when I got my PS3, I got MotorStorm, Surf's Up, and Guitar Hero. Those games came with it.
Nice.
Back when they came with like cool games.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, 2 of those games sucked, but one of those games was great. But one of the games I got coming later on, it was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. That game was fantastic. That game was so cool. At the time, it had incredible graphics. It had all the fun animations. It had lightsaber battles that just you could throw it and you could zoom around, and it was just so cool. Everything about the game was just awesome, and it just like you can't recreate those feelings.
No,
I mean, I don't know if it was just like
you felt like
what's
a
it
badass.
called when you
like
just
it was good. You felt like a real badass.
yeah, it was sick.
I-
And I don't know if it's like, you know, when you look back on something and you're like, oh, that was really cool. What's the word? What's the word I'm thinking of? Nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia. Yeah.
It's not like it's nostalgia or anything. Or at least I don't know if it's nostalgia. And I haven't gone back to it since I was a kid.
I can't remember what those ships were, but
it's-
you could destroy one of like the Empire's major like command ships. Like you had the ability to use your force
Yeah,
power. Like that's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
You could grab it and you pull it down, and you have to hold like L2 and R2, and you have to move both the joysticks down, and it moves with your movement on the controller. And it was so cool because I remember being a kid and And the Star Killer is like, because the name of the character is Star Killer. Just how cool is that?
Yeah, that's
And
right.
Star Killer is just chilling. He goes, "I've got to destroy the fleet." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I'm gonna pull it all down." And I'm like, "Yes!" and then it's like press L2 and R2, and I'm like, "Yeah." And then he puts his hands up like this, and you can see all the ships and you can see a big
Yeah.
freaking I forget the name of the ship, but just one of the really big ships, and you can see it start to get controlled, and it says move the joysticks down. You start to move the joysticks down, and you can see it slowly crushing his hands, and you can see it slowly moving towards you, and you destroy the planet
Yep.
along with all of them. It was just such a sick moment.
I said that was a good game. See, that's the thing. Like, when
Oh, it
people
was
talk
so
about
cool.
PlayStation 2, like, I honestly cannot think of a bad game that I played on the PS2. Like, there's so many good ones.
The
Like that.
PS2, I've played so many horrible games. on the PS2.
Really? Wow, that shocks me.
Have you played the game called The Legend of Alondar?
No, that's a new one.
It was so back when I was a kid, there was this kid in my class, and I used to trade him my bag of goldfish for one of his crappy games. Because he would bring one PS2 game to class. I would bring my bag of goldfish. I'd give him my bag of goldfish. He'd give me a game, and then that was our transaction for the day.
That's wicked.
And well, one of the games I got was this game called The Legend of Alondar, and it looked sick. Like the picture on the cover was this guy with a sword, and he had like a face on his hand, and he was like doing this really cool pose like this. And I was just sitting there, and I was like, this game looks sick. Well, the first like 4 hours of the game, you're walking around with a sheep, and like you don't do any fighting, or at least if there was fighting, it was really boring fighting. And then like most of it's just with the sheep, and then it's just talking. And I remember it being like one of the most boring, disappointing like feelings of my life. Like
I don't know, man. I played
can't
Peppa the Pig the
imagine
game,
anything more disappointing.
and that was pretty disappointing.
Was that on PS2?
No, that was on Xbox actually. Game Pass. Woo!
Oh. No, that's when I think of bad games on the PS2. That's my go-to. I hate that game.
Yeah, no, like we were talking, right? The only things that were flashing in my head, like I was thinking back to like even like the Lord of the Rings franchise. Like there was the Two Towers and Return of the King. Those were both fantastic action RPGs.
I never touched them.
Oh.
I never played a Lord of the Ring game or Lord of the Ring.
So
Lord
good.
of the Rings games.
So good. Really taught you how to parry. That's for damn sure. Taught me how to button mash. But that's
They were the
okay.
first Dark Souls. Gosh dang it. I'm trying to think of some of the old games I used to play as a kid that just were so much fun.
Well, I
mean, have you talked about any of the Super Mario games yet? Have you talked about Super Mario World?
No, go right ahead. I honestly haven't played a lot of Mario games.
Oh, dude. So I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't get to. I played them every now and then, but they just weren't. They weren't really my thing. It wasn't until I was like maybe 18 when I started watching a bunch of. Oh.
Distraction.
I'm sorry, my brother walked in, and I have no idea what he was trying to motion to me, but I'll just. He flipped me off. All right, hold on, because I got a package. Do you guys want to see me open up a package?
Hell yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me grab a package.
What is the stream coming to?
Well, this happens in the Juggernaut choice.
This is why you can't have me and Juds in the same stream. This is complete other chaos.
I don't know. I think that's a good thing because you kind of keep them in line.
Yeah, I got a package.
Marie says she hopes it's not
First
weird
and
shit.
foremost, I got some mochi. Hold on. Oh, I can't hear you guys. Hold on.
He's lame. Juggernaut.
Hi.
Lame.
Hey.
I got. Hey, wait a second. There's like freaking Goofy over there. Yeah.
I took a long
All
time.
right, so I got
practicing that one.
mochi. You guys like mochi? I like mochi.
I like mochi.
Yeah, well, too bad. It's mine. So,
Bro. I
got
can drive to you right
Reese's
now.
brownie mix. Yeah, well, you can't.
I can't.
You can't until you buy my old PC. All right, so Reese's brownie mix. Look at this. Look how fancy that is.
Ooh.
And I got a big boy box. Also, I'm so excited. This sounds awesome. And I've been dying for some brownies. I'm making that tonight.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Josh, what are you doing tomorrow all day?
Brownies.
And just come over and steal some brownies and go back home.
Hold on. So we got air. Everybody loves air.
Great. ASMR. No? Okay.
It was complete silence.
Okay. Oh, what else I get?
that
Oh,
Raisin Bran?
s'mores brownies. S'mores brownies. Bro, did you say raisin bran? Did you,
I
you saw a
just saw the
box?
purple. I was like, is that Raisin Bran?
Oh my lordy Lou, my guy.
Just fucking pumped. Yeah, Raisin Bran.
Oh, bro, we have Funfetti Oreo mix with Oreo frosting.
Ooh.
Oh, bro, look at this. Oh, I'm so hyped. Oh, I'm just so hyped. Bro,
Baking
this is
stream. Hey yo.
Thanks, Marie.
Hold on. Hold on.
Don't leak any information,
Alright,
Josh.
I'm not. I think. I'm not. I have the tags on the right side. I'm not new to this.
Yeah, it's not his first rodeo.
Yeah, I've done this for years. Also, thank you to whoever sent me that. That's absolutely amazing. If you are here or if you are not, I don't know. But man, that's so sweet.
I was
That's
just
so
gonna
kind.
ask, was that another one of your presents for your viewers?
It is 100%. That's that's so awesome, man. I love this. Oh my god, chat or guys, look at the brownie, the s'mores, the brownie kit. Hold on, it's a s'mores brownie kit. Look, hold on. It's got brownie mix, graham crust mix, okay, mini marshmallows and fudge drizzle. Bro, that is literally like. It's epic s'mores brownie mix. That's oh, that's so cool. Sorry, I completely took over your stream.
No, that was awesome. I don't mind.
Dude, people are so awesome. That's so fun. That's so cool.
So did you like
Mine goes over
have
there,
those
like-
items on your wish list, Juggernaut, or was it they just picked that at random for you?
They picked it at random. So I
That's cool.
have a few things on my wish list, but you're able to send me anything.
That's
You can
cool.
send me anything that you want to send me. I don't have any limits on it. You can send me anything that you want. I do have stuff on my wish list, stuff that I need, and then I also have stuff like this. I sometimes have some snacks in there, but I love that. That's so cool. That's so cool.
I'm just gonna send him a bunch of boba. That's what I'm gonna do. Just give me a whole bunch of boba.
No. No one's gonna send you boba. You can't do that. You could maybe set up a treat stream with boba.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm not come over and just give you like 12
Oh.
boba. I'd leave.
I kind of want to see a Juggernaut
No, I
baking
mean-
stream now.
Bro, I've
Yeah.
been wanting to do them for ages.
That'd be cool.
I've
You
been
should.
wanting to do them for ages. Well, you see, here's the thing: as I had them as goals,
Yeah.
but they never got hit.
Oh.
I had them as sub goals. I've had them as follower goals. They've never gotten hit. Nobody wants to see them. But what I will be doing is eventually, can you not move, camera? Thank you. Ay. But what I eventually will do, because I have a phone stand. I have a lavalier mic that connects to my phone. And I also have a kitchen. I will be doing them eventually on my own time when I can find a way to do them weekly. Because I'd love to do a weekly baking stream. I think that'd be so fun.
I agree with Marie. We're kind
I think
of
that'd be
poor,
so
so you
fun.
should just do it for free.
I will eventually. Although, wait a second. How? Chat, hold on. Chat, did you guys know that it's September? So if you haven't already, you can subscribe to our boy Mindfulpig OG
Aw.
for 25% off on a regular sub, 30% off on a 3-month sub, 35% off on a 6-month sub, and starting tomorrow, you'll be able to gift subs off for 35% off, and the streamer doesn't lose any of it. The streamer makes half the money like a normal sub, and Twitch loses money. So it's a win-win scenario of a lifetime. I highly suggest if you're able to give subs starting tomorrow for the rest of the month that you gift as many as you possibly can, because this man deserves some subs.
Honestly, he
Oh,
just
you have
deserves
no idea.
the followers and the views because Mindful is amazing.
And now mindful. This is why he doesn't have a camera on because he's blushing. Thanks, guys.
Listen. Listen. I hope you use this as a learning chance, Mindful, as to how to push stuff like subs like that. You know, you are a boy who needs to learn to be a man. No, I'm kidding. I'm a dick.
Currently, Marie, I believe we just hit 12 subs. So that means there's 6 pieces of chicken in that bucket already. 6 spicy. So basically, when I eat it, I'm gonna be snotting and crying the whole time because I can't handle spicy. So
Oh heck yeah! So wait, is it 1 sub per chicken?
2 subs per chicken because I always underestimate.
Sorry, say.
2 subs equals 1 piece of chicken.
Oh, dude, that's a ripoff. That's a okay.
What do you mean? I gotta eat this all in one sitting.
That's a huge ripoff. It should be 1 sub for 2 pieces of chicken, bro.
Are you?
Bro, I'm telling you, Murray, if you give 3 subs, he will eat all 6 of those pieces of chicken.
How many pieces of chicken? You
I
think
swear
could
on my
sit in,
life.
like eat in one sitting. I'm confident, but I'm not that confident.
No. This is how you sell. This is how you market. 3 gifted subs, and this man's will eat 2 pieces of chicken per sub. That is cost effective.
Thanks, Marie, thanks.
How much did it cost for 1 piece of chicken?
I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna get it from Mary Brown's. It's a chicken place that we have in the city here.
Okay, but if you had to guess?
I don't know. Shane, you're pretty good. How much would it cost for that bucket of chicken we were talking about?
What?
Mary Brown's bucket of chicken.
Yeah, well, there's many sizes.
Well, just whatever. Give me prices. Like whatever price.
Whatever, give me prices.
60?
I love that.
Okay, yeah. So the highest was like 60, and that was made for like a 20-piece. What is that? 30-piece bucket of chicken? Yeah.
Okay, and then how much? Let's see. So you get $2.50 for a piece, and you said wait. So it's $3 per chicken strip.
Yeah.
$3 per chicken strip. Okay, so
We're talking drumstick or thigh.
for every one sub, you will get Mindful to eat 1 strip. That is how it goes.
No.
That is how it goes. That's how it works around here. Okay, because this man's got to be not cost effective. He's got to pour some money into his streams. This is how he gets some of it back.
As last year I couldn't handle 4 regular fries. Like shit. That Whopper one whooped my ass last year. Shit. I literally had 4 fries, a milkshake, and I was like, I just gotta sit down for a second.
Oh my god!
I passed the fuck
I
out.
was there for that, right?
Yeah, probably were.
Dude, I remember that. I remember the idea, and I remember the idea being funny.
Yeah, I ended up passing out, and yeah. Next day, I ended up having the burgers. Holy cannolis! It must be really sorry.
Whoa! Hey! Heck yeah! Thank you, Murray, for gifting 5 subs. That's so unbelievably sweet of you. That's so unbelievably kind. Say thank you to the woman.
Thank you. Sorry, I was just trying to get there actually, so I could see who did it. Like I said,
Marie.
So kind
Thank
of
you,
you.
Marie.
That's so kind of you.
Let's give that.
Mindful is saying thank you behind his secret astonishment to not eat chicken strips. So hey,
Sweet potatoes.
Mindful.
Joke.
That's 5 chicken strips right there. That's 5. That's 5.
12, so
That's how you do
17.
it. That's how you do it.
Okay, so we're now 17 away from the 20. Thanks, Marie. I appreciate it. That was very kind of you.
I'm sorry. Did you say sweet potatoes?
Yeah. She did
What
say
do you
sweet
mean
potatoes.
Oh, hiccups.
Okay, there we go. I'll correct that all afterwards. But yeah, thank you, Marie. I appreciate it. Hey, Django. How's it going, buddy?
Yo, Django, welcome to the stream. How are you today? This is the Juggernaut taking over Mindful's stream. How are you?
Someone's having a really good time today, Django.
Mindful, did I allow you to speak, Mindful?
I'm so sorry, Juggernaut. I will mind my P's and Q's.
Hey,
This is-
Sevi, did I say that you can speak? No.
boy. No.
Thought Joe Rogan was cocky, but you know.
Jeez, the complete other chaos that's happening at this moment is hilarious.
I don't know what's happening, Marie. The Juggernaut just came on and just turned to a completely different podcast. We're opening packages. We're getting excited over Raisin Bran. Like, who knows what's going on?
It was brownie mix. It was brownie mix. Hey, gaming with Django. Do you want to see what was sent to me? We did a box opening on stream.
Dude, this is always complete other chaos when John. Always.
Like the best person ever. Which got thank you. Django. Hold
Thanks.
on. I got epic brownie mix. This was sent to me. I got epic brownie mix. Hold on. I gotta reach for it. What's the movie where the guy was like, reach for it? I'm like that right now. I got Oreo Funfetti cake mix with Oreo frosting. I got mochi. Mochi was sent to me. Hold on.
Mochi is
Got
so
freaking
good.
Reese's brownie mix. That's so sick. Look at this. Look at all this. Oh, it's so awesome.
And yes, he will stream all this baking at one point.
I didn't say that.
Once a week, you promise.
Listen, this isn't how this works, Mindful. I can tell you how to run your stream. You can't tell me about mine.
Hey yo, the competition in this.
Damn.
I'm being hey, listen.
Let's not bully Mindful on his stream, please.
Hey, by the way,
It's okay. I'm
Django.
Canadian. I'll just write an angry letter.
Django, I see that you're subscribed. I highly suggest gifting some subs. We've changed the rules around here. If you happen to sub once, gifting a sub. This man's will eat a chicken strip, a spicy one, which is super, super sick. 1 sub per chicken strip. It's a pretty killer deal. So I highly suggest it because this is September, where each gifted sub, I thought it was starting tomorrow, but it's starting today, where each gifted sub is 35% off. Isn't that sick? Isn't that a wonderful deal? So if you were able to do something like that, I highly suggest it because this man's wants the spice. He wants the taste. He wants the lingering feeling of demolishment among his
I know, Marie. At this point, I'm gonna have to
how do
rob
I
a farm.
say anal glands?
Like, I'm just gonna have to hit up a chicken hut and fucking take as many pieces.
No worries, Django. I'm being funny. I'm just trying to be funny. No worries.
Jeez. See, this is why me and Marie backfire at Judd's when he's streaming because we're not paid mods.
Listen, wait till I become rich and famous, and then we'll talk about payment.
If you want though, Django, we
Sorry about all
were
the coughing.
talking about retro games at one point. So if you have it, you want to give a shout
At
out to.
one point. Yeah, no, so the whole idea of this was retro games. Do you have any retro games that you wish to talk about?
Jeez.
Also,
There
what kind
you
of
go,
strip deal are you
Mindful.
talking about, Marie?
Mindful.
Oh,
Keep saying
the
chicken
chicken.
strip.
Yeah, no, fair. You guys aren't losing money on it, though. Our boy Mindful is, but he's losing less money with your guys' help. Pay us a break? No. You can see the finished product and then watch me eat it.
It's okay, Marie. It's okay. It's okay. I'll go to his house and then I'll send it to you. It's okay. It's fine.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see 2 things I was sent recently, too, that are really sick?
Sure.
Jeez.
Hold on. I was given these music boxes. I bought a Final Fantasy X one and then a Kingdom Hearts 1 one.
That's actually cool.
Right? Aren't they sick?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yes, I am the boss. Thank you, Marie.
Hey, wait, Sevi ain't the boss. What happened here?
Democracy.
What?
Did
Hey, we
I
can't
hear you?
forget. We can't forget, by the way, Mindful is the boss of the stream. Might I say? We can't disregard that somehow.
And like a
Oh,
true
I'm not
leader, he sits in silence.
Mindful,
Making
you
everybody
have
else
a,
think they're the
you
leaders.
have a chaotic broadcast this week.
I do. I do.
Hey, it's fun though, right?
It is. It is. You are the life of the party, my friend.
I'm not the life of the party. Don't say that. Listen, if Mindful stole my brownie mix, we would forever be friends. That's how this works. This man knows there's a secret bond between men where we just know we shouldn't steal others' brownies mix. That's just not. It's not feasible, right, Mindful?
Yeah, of course, Marie. It's okay. We'll talk later, all right?
Marie, it's okay. I'll steal them for you. It's okay. I'll send it to you
What-
later. Okay, don't worry.
Where do the laws of men go? I can't find them.
Retro game.
Actually, we got one from Django there. He just shouted out Space Quest series. That one I haven't heard, Django.
I've never heard of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry, Django.
I seen clips of it. I have not actually played it myself though.
Sebi's a bold-faced liar. No.
No,
Oh my god!
Sleepy's like a little wild card. You know, you can mention a game and she'll be like, "Yeah, I've heard of it." It's like, really?
Bruh, leave me alone, bro. I gotta cry, man. It's not because of Judd. I'm telling you, Judd is bully. I'm telling you, he bullies. Just kidding. I'm
What did I
kidding.
do?
I'm kidding. You don't bully sometimes. Anyways,
You know, it's a damn good N64 game too. Clay Fighter 64. Sorry, we're just thinking about fighting games.
Hey,
Boogerman,
Mindful.
Earthworm Jim. Yeah.
Mindful. You should look at your redeems.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Juggernaut, what'd you do here? Oh,
4 bowls.
Oh my God.
You have to finish 4 bowls.
Wow.
4 whole bowls.
I guess I'll be quiet for the next little while. Sorry, Django, what'd you say, buddy? It goes back to the late 80s. Ooh, early 90s. Oh, nice. PS1, you shouted out the original Resident Evil and Tekken 3. Yeah, you are a big Tekken fan,
dude.
Django. I know you and Z.
I love Tekken.
Did you
I
play
haven't
the
played
newest one
Tekken
that
since I
came
was a
out?
kid.
Oh,
No,
okay.
because I'm poor. I'm so poor. But I want the new Tekken. I want the new Street Fighter. I want the new Mortal Kombat. Those games look sick. I haven't played a fighting game like actually played a fighting game where I learn the moves and I play it for fun. I haven't done that in many years. But oh my gosh, I remember when I was a kid and I would play games like Tekken Tag Tournament or like King of Fighters or oh god.
King of
I'd
Fighters,
play
I
some of the
forgot
early
about
Street
that one.
Fighters. Yeah, there was Unreal Fight 2, but that's completely or Unreal Tournament, but that's completely different. Or Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive was so much fun.
Marie.
What did Marie say? Oh, Man with 3 Brownies. And I don't think Sony will accept brownie mix as payment toward a game. Could you imagine though walking into their like Sony corporate office and you're like I would like to buy Mortal Kombat 1, the new Street Fighter, and the new Tekken game. And they're like, okay, that'll be $180. And I'm like, well, about that. I have here with me Funfetti Oreo Cake Mix. I have Reese's Brownie Mix, and I have some mochi. Can we make a trade? And they're just like, security!
Have you tried? I mean, that's a good point. You don't know until you try.
Right, but breaking the brownies. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so hold on, let's try the same thing again. So I walk into the Sony corporate office and I'm like, hey, can I have
what is this stream now? What is this podcast stream now?
I was gonna ask you, Django,
man.
did you actually go all out in Tekken? Like, did you learn all the moves and all that? I'm kind of with the Juggernaut. I usually don't. I button mash my way to victory in most fighting games, but
Marie, that's funny. I wish I had the utter power to bring a Reese's brownie or anything like that at all to somebody in any form of way and just be like, hey, give me what I want. I don't think it would work, you know?
Juggernaut, I'm gonna actually I want to give you the stage for a second because I am curious. With all the games that have come out this year, I've gotten to hear Jimmy go off on tangents about all the ones he's wanted to play or wanted to own. What about you, buddy? What's come out this year that you were super excited about?
Who is this for?
You.
Oh, me.
Gosh.
Yeah, you.
Games coming out this year, bro.
Literally
There's
started
so
off with
many.
"Hey, buddy, Juggernaut."
Oh, I couldn't hear that part. You're cutting in and out every now and then.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So there's so many games that come out recently that I've really wanted to, or like come out recently or coming out soon that I've really wanted to play. I've really wanted to try, obviously, like I said, the Mortal Kombat one that just looks so much. It looks like so much fun. Then there's games like, oh my lordy Lou, what was the new one that just came out that was like an MMO RPG? It was you get to sleep with a bear.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3. I want to try that one. There's
Nice one.
there
Hey, Tommy.
as far as games like that go, I just recently got Sea of Stars. I really want to play that. I haven't actually gotten a chance to play it. I've gotten to play very little of it, but I've really wanted to play it. It's a love letter to like games like Chrono Trigger and games like that. If you've ever played or seen those before,
That is one I wanted to try too. It's gotten a lot of praise, that game.
yeah. Well, I mean, Chrono Trigger is a fantastic game if you haven't already. That's actually considered a what's it called? Retro game. Yeah, because that came out on the SNES. That was a fantastic game. There was a re-release of it on PlayStation 1 that added anime cutscenes and some other like nice life changes, even though most of them were broken and it causes the game to crash. So I suggest playing the SNES version. It's a more polished version. Chrono Trigger is a fantastic RPG where you can play so differently, and it was the first one to have multiple endings, and you can also play it was the first game to have New Game Plus, which is sick. Also, Django, hi, how are you?
Hey, Django.
Alright, Django's mic might be dead for a second.
Usually pops in and out.
Oh. But yeah, that's fantastic. As far as other new games go, though, I can't really think of any other ones that I'm gonna want to play this year. I mean, other than the Super Mario RPG remake, I really want to play that one. And then maybe the other new Super Mario game. What is it? It's like Super Mario Stars or whatever. That one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, we also had was it the Resident Evil 4 remake?
Resident Evil 4 remake. Yeah, I wasn't really into it. I gave it a shot. I played like maybe 3 or 4 hours of it. It didn't really hit the same chord that like Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8. I mean, Resident Evil 7. I didn't really like Resident Evil 8 until I played it in third person. Until the third person update came out, and I was like, "Oh my god, this game is amazing!" Yeah, Super Mario Wonder. That's the one, Tommy. Thank you.
There was also Diablo 4. Were you big into that one or no?
Okay, so hold on. Marie bought me Diablo 4, and it has been a journey. It's been so fun. It's been so fun. I love that game. It's so good. I haven't beaten anything past Act 1 yet. I haven't. But here's the reason why. Because I do hardcore playthroughs, right? Where if your character dies, they die forever, and you have to restart. Well, I'm not very good at the games. So I've taken like maybe 4 or 5 attempts at it throughout the last quite a few months since it came out, doing hardcore playthroughs on stream. And it has been a wonderful journey sometimes, yet the most stressful times like ever, because holy crap. It is so stressful seeing your health go to like maybe this much left, and you're just sitting like, oh my god, I don't want to restart again. But where I ended last time was I finally beat Act 1. I've been too afraid to get back to it because I don't want to die in Act 2.
That's I couldn't do hardcore mode. I can't stand having my character die and going, wow, I just wasted my last 20 hours.
Well, I
Um,
mean, each run only lasts about 4. I beat Act 1 last time in like 4-ish hours, maybe less. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as what you would think. You don't spend as much time as you would think. It's not. At least so far from just doing Act 1. There's a lot more to it, like for Act 2, and then obviously there's still a lot more to it, but overall, it's not as much of a time waste as you think.
and so you also had Dead Island 2. I don't know if you're big into those games.
I played the original Dead Island and Dead Island 2, or no, what was it? There was Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide, right? Dead
Yep.
Island Riptide?
Yep.
I played them as a kid on my nephew's Xbox. And those were fantastic games. They were so fun. But I've reached a point where I can't deal with gore anymore. Like gore is it's troubling for me. Like whenever I see somebody get like chopped in half, or I see a head get cut off, or I see like something get stabbed into, and it makes me too squeamish, and I have trouble playing those kinds of games these days. Granted, I play games like the Dark Pictures Anthology all the time, which is different. But
Yeah, no
it's different.
kidding. Eh?
It's different, but Dead Island 2, just the graphics are just so good that they became too good for me, and now they're like the same as like watching Saw, and I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Django. I'm not sure why it wouldn't be working.
Also, that's sick on me.
If you make any comments or whatever, we'll read them out during the podcast for you. I know it's not the same, but was there's Octopath Traveler 2. That one also came out.
Oh, dude, I got that game too gifted to me.
Nice.
And I haven't gotten to finish it yet. I've played some of it, and it has been a really fun time. That game, compared to the first one, is so good. Like the first one, it was lacking in a lot of areas. The voice acting wasn't very great. The combat was cool. It was new, but it just wasn't. Ugh. It was missing something. But with Octopath Traveler 2, they fixed so much. The voice acting is incredible. The stories are great. Because the other one, the stories were just sort of meh as well. But into the new one, the stories are great, and they're just it's so fun and so well done so far. And
that was one of the games I was kind of expecting you to shout out when I was asking you the top games for this year. I thought for sure that'd be up your alley.
Well, I mean, it's a great game. I just haven't gotten enough time to play it yet. I honestly forgot it came out this year. This year's been so much blur for me. Oh my god, Marie lost so many Octopath Traveler bets. So I would steal on. I would do like a few hours of just stealing, and then I would have chat bet on if I would steal this run or if I wouldn't steal this run, etc., etc. Marie gambled away about how many gifted subs was it? Like 200 gifted subs. Marie.
Oh, that
Marie
was your
reached a
famous
point-
200 one?
No, because that was Kobe. That was different. No, Marie lost 200 gifted subs worth of bets that she has so kindly paid back in Amazon gifts and treat streams.
Aww.
But it's been that was so much fun just being like, hey, Marie, double or nothing. And she would just be like, yeah, I think I can win this time. Oh my god, it was just so great.
But yeah,
it was
when I saw it
so
was big
funny.
was Street Fighter 6. That was the other big game that came out this year. I mean, this year was awesome for gaming, no doubt. Minus
Oh my God,
Lord
me
of the
too.
Rings Golem. That one didn't do too hot.
No, unfortunately, it didn't. But wait, have you ever played Tales of Arise?
Yes, actually, yeah. I
Fantastic game,
the Tales
right?
series. Yeah, the Tales series.
Incredible
in
game.
general.
True. Did you see that Tales of Arise is getting a DLC that adds 30 hours of a new adventure?
No, I didn't. Ooh.
It takes place 1 year after the original game, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited for it. It looks so good. Oh, it's so good. They added like 30 new songs. There's tons of new places. There's a whole new character you get to play as. Oh, it just looks so fun.
The one I was kind of excited to play this year was still Starfield, just because of all the hype that's building around it. I kind of want to just jump on that bandwagon for a little bit and see where it takes me.
If you end up getting it, I'd love to watch you play it. But otherwise, I was not interested in some
Well,
of
for
that
sure,
shit,
it's
I'm
on
not
it's
gonna
on Game
lie.
Pass. Yeah, I know. That's the
I'd
thing,
love
right?
to
Like
check you
everyone's
out
like, it's
watching it.
really good after 20 hours. It's like, yeah,
Ha!
20 hours is a
Whenever
lot.
I saw, yeah, it's a lot. When I saw the initial trailer for it, I just wasn't excited for it. It didn't look fun to me, unfortunately, because there was so much just hype behind that game.
Yeah, Marie, you're right. Yeah, he is big on that bandwagon. He's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to play it. He really hyped it up when I asked him a few questions about the game. And how about you, Sleepy? How's your gaming going? I know you played Valorant, but are you still
Sebi's
trying out
like,
different games?
I'm only excited for Valorant
No,
and the
Not
Destiny.
she was
actually, not
branching
really.
out. She was branching out. She was trying other things.
I actually am branching out because I started
To what?
playing.
What have you branched out to?
Josh, let me talk. Goddamn.
What have you
Shit.
branched out to? What have you branched out to?
This guy.
Was it
But
Genshin? Was it only Genshin?
can I talk, Josh? Goddamn.
It's like, am
But
I on
like
trial here or what?
I was saying, Josh that one of them Genshin.
Yeah, see, I
Freaking.
knew it.
And then Star Rail. And then actually last night I started playing Omega Strikers.
Omega Strikers. What's that?
It's a complete other chaos. I love it.
I feel like
So
I've heard of that game.
basically,
Yeah.
it I don't know if I explained this correctly, but it's basically League with hockey, air hockey.
Ooh.
Where it's like
Oh,
soccer.
I've seen that. I
Yeah.
completely forgot that game existed.
And so I started playing it with a friend last night, and I'm like completely hooked on it.
Nice.
And
Well,
I'm just like, it's so fun. Like, oh my god, I felt so bad, because like when I was playing like basically unranked, the opposite team felt like to tell I was brand new, so they went easy on us.
bruh, I
So
hate
I'm
that.
just like, oh my goodness. So every time like I actually scored, like you can't talk. There's no mic. There's no like all chat whatever. It's all emotes. Which the emotes are so fun. So you'd only be tossed through your emotes.
That's the best.
Oh, and we all know how
Oh, no.
toxic you really are, huh?
I'm not toxic. When I have ever been toxic on stream? Come on. Actually, don't look back on that. Actually, never mind. Anyways.
Anyways,
But
I
yeah.
apologize. I've gotta get going here in a minute. Is there any questions that you have regarding retro or anything else, Mindful?
Nobody. Just whatever. Any other games you wanted to shout out before you leave? Or you know what? Since you're leaving, why don't you go ahead and shout out your channel, buddy? If you got anything coming up.
Oh god, I'm gonna be finishing up the game House of Ashes here in like 20 minutes.
Nice.
Hi. This me. But yeah, no, in 20 minutes I'm gonna play House of Ashes and that should be fun. And then maybe I'll start The Devil in Me. But since I made the new PC and I've had to restart all of my OBS settings, it's been a nightmare because none of it works. But I've added tons of new things. I've added this thing called Trigger Fire, which makes the stream so much more fun. I've added these things called sticker parties, and you can put stickers on the screen and stuff, and it makes noises and they stay there for a bit. And I've added so many more interactive elements because of this whole change. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a grand time. So
That's
if
awesome.
if any of that sounds fun to you guys.
Thanks, Django, for shouting them out.
Yeah, thank you, Django. Very kind of you, my guy. But yeah, I will see you guys again later. Mindful,
buddy.
Savvy, I need to message you guys too about a quiz.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Love you guys. See you guys later.
See you,
Bye,
buddy. Have a
guys.
great day.
Bye.
Go bake something. All right. So Sleepy, anyway, you were trying to tell us about your week originally. You had your exam, you said, right? That was coming up
Yeah, I actually have my
tomorrow.
exam tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
which is terrifying.
Like, at least you feel like you're ready for it, at least, or because it's been I think it's been a while. Even mentioning that one.
Yeah, yeah, it's because I've been working a lot. It's because my mom went to New Zealand to visit my stepsister and her daughter and her husband. So I've just been like packed with working, I was studying, just life in general. So like I'm happy I'm here again.
Aw, I get
Um,
that.
so like I'm absolutely terrified about tomorrow. So I'll keep you guys updated and in the Discord on how that goes.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Please do.
if I don't say anything, then I most likely fail. But when I pass, I'll definitely type it in the flat zone, on the Discord, and then hopefully from there, when I pass, I could go back to school next semester and get this chapter in my life like complete other done with finally, and
Yeah,
just
I was
like
gonna ask. So when this one's done, right? So you still have a whole other year of school after that, after this exam,
oh
and then
no,
like you're
once I pass this exam, I'm done with I'm done with the program. I'm done with the whole educational side of it. So
oh,
I'd
that's
be a
awesome.
full licensed barber.
Woohoo!
So yeah, I'm excited for that. And this is a chapter in my life that went longer than expected. Thanks COVID.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. But um so I'm looking forward to that. And then once I pass, I'm not gonna go back to school next semester because I took this semester off. My plan was to take a year off, but if everything goes well with my mom's shop and stuff like that, um I could go back and I pass my exam and then go back to school in January for the spring semester and just focus on school and streaming from there fort.
And how
Um,
much longer do you have of schooling? Like a couple more years, or is just one more year, or what?
um, I think because like I worked so much, right? For the
Yeah.
I've been a barber for 5-6 years now, and or I've been cutting hair since I was 18. I'm turning 24 in 3 weeks. Ugh, scary. Don't like it. Um. So um. Maybe once I pass my exam and I to actually focus on my schooling part, just wait and see.
I feel you, Django. I feel you, buddy.
24.
Tommy too.
My age is 24. My body is like 50 right now, so my physical, like lower back pain,
Oh, I feel
freaking
that.
my hip popping here and there without on command is great. Um,
Literally every time I get up, it's like, oh,
honestly, me too. I'm just like, oh my god.
this is the last time.
But no, your body is like, nah, this is not. But once I get my barber chapter done, I'm praying that to focus more on school and be out in 2 years. I've been in community college for way too long. I should have been done, but it's just, life took me on a different path for a while.
Yeah.
So
Well, even like you said, just
hopefully,
helping
just
your mom out too, right? It's pretty busy at your shop, so I mean, I get it.
recently over the summer it's slow because since I do work in a college town, like all the college kids who live like live around um my work area. Basically, if you're from California, a lot of people are from the Bay Area or SoCal. SoCal is more uh like LA and stuff like that.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah. I live in NorCal, so I don't. SoCal is more like what you see in movies. You know, what you think of what California looks like. Basically, that's SoCal.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not NorCal. And then so hopefully once I get that done and my mom's shop is like settled, I could go back to school in January and actually finish within 2 years, and then maybe take a year break, and then transfer to a state university. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome, Sleepy.
Uh,
I wish I was
it's
like that. I wish I had like that game plan, you know? I still not entirely sure what I want to do for the rest of my life.
honestly, it's like that's the I say this is the game plan, but you know who knows in a next year and a half, even around next year, what's gonna happen. But a thing that I want to shout out though, like it's crazy that we're hitting 2024. That's just blows my mind.
I know,
Um,
eh?
so it's just like oh my god. And then actually I think this November I'm gonna hit 1 year with streaming for Twitch actually for like non-officially for
That's
not
cool. I didn't think
yeah
it's been a whole
so
year already. Wow.
yeah me either I just feel like it like only been like a few months but like
Yeah, yeah.
November's I hit 1 year of me streaming I think and then around I forgot when I hit affiliate I think around April or May whatever
I was just saying,
it's
it doesn't even
gone
feel that long ago. That's crazy. That's awesome,
yeah.
Sleepy.
Yeah, so like I'm super excited. Like I have actually I have plans for October for streaming and then definitely I actually don't know what to do for what 1 year anniversary like of me streaming yet. Um because there's a few things I want to do. Like I want to get like you and the Juggernaut and like a few others to play Phasmophobia, which is
Oh, nice.
be
That'd be
really
a fun
fun
time.
to like celebrate 1 year.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Um, yeah, or it's just like small games like Fall Guys, just like just have fun with friends.
Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. I like that.
But I don't know about that. I,
If I'm right, you've only done it
I'm,
really once, right? With Juggernaut?
yeah. So for people who are wondering like how it looked like you could go to the Juggernaut's like VODs. That's where you'd actually see. Um, but for me personally, I'm still terrified of that. I don't think I could do by myself yet. Um, but yeah, no, the Juggernaut Judge will definitely agree because he's been on my butt about like you need to get a camera. You should get a camera. I'm like I don't know yet. Hmm. I told myself I would do it, but I always back out last minute.
Yeah, I totally understand.
but um, but I'm also in Uh, I think in October I'm gonna do a birthday stream, which is gonna be fun. A little bit of Omega Strikers here and there, definitely with some Valorant. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Cause I don't know. 'Cause I don't even know what I'm gonna do for my birthday yet. To be honest, it's just another day.
No, but it is. You're right. It's a
Uh.
celebration, right? I mean, that's the day you came into this world. Yeah. You know, that's a,
My birthday's on Halloween, October 31st. My
oh, that's
birthday.
sick.
So on
Really?
Halloween. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll drink some water today. Maybe we'll drink some water on my birthday together. I don't know. Let's see. Oh,
In
nice,
October too,
nice.
Marie? That's crazy. Aw, you guys are like birthday sisters.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Birthday twins. One birthday week twins. I don't know.
Birthday something or others.
Yeah, I'm a Halloween baby. Yeah.
I was gonna
And the
say
October babies.
I know
They're the
you
October sisters.
I know you don't like horror games. I was like, that'd be the perfect time to play a horror game.
Honestly, that's why I was also thinking of playing Phasmophobia, like celebrate my birthday with you guys. And I was thinking
Oh, okay.
Phasmophobia would be really fun.
Yeah, that'd be a really good idea. Oh, Django too. Holy crap, his is the 20th.
Hey, let's go. My mom's on the 17th of October. Let's go.
Oh, and Tommy's sister is in October as well. Holy moly, you guys.
Yeah, my mom's is on the 17th of October. She's I tell my mom that I'm old, and then she'll look at me like, girl,
You don't know what old is.
what? My mom is turning 51 this year. She doesn't not look at it. She does not look at all like 51, like turning 51. Um, but yeah, that's what I have planned so far. Maybe once I get a camera, maybe I'll surprise you guys. You never know. You gotta,
Well, I know at one
you
point
know.
you had some really cool like real life streams that you wanted to do too, right? You wanted to do something with your mom.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to like if me and my mom goes on trips and if my connection is like good, like I would love to like, show Mama Sleepy. Um,
Good night, Tommy.
good night, Tommy.
Yeah, that'd be cool,
So
CP.
I want yeah, and then I was gonna go to the Philippines in December. But that and I wanted to like stream it too. Well, not like the whole thing, not the whole week I'm there, but it's like a little bits, here and there. Um, but I'm not going to Philippines anymore, guys.
Did you just like postpone
Um,
it for another time, or are you just not going to go at all?
we're on postpone it to next summer.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. At least you're still going.
Yeah, yeah. And then I don't know. Maybe once I go back to Hawaii, maybe that's when I do a little Q&A, just like in the morning, just like talk, just chatting and just talk, and like show you guys Hawaii a bit, whenever I go back.
I think it'd be kind of cool. Like, if, I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but JW, he's on his honeymoon right now, and he's been like updating me with like little photos of all the sights he's seen. And like, I love that stuff. Like, when you like talk about like showing the Philippines off, like that'd be so cool just to see like a different side of the world. Because like
Oh
little
yeah.
things you take for granted. Like he was just showing me like this cathedral right that's there, and I was like, man, that thing's so wicked. Like just compared to what we have in Canada. Um, yeah. Django's kind of going on that one too. You could totally do a setup with your photos and just do a voiceover. That's a really good idea too.
Oh, I never thought about it, actually. That's really smart. Um, but no, like I was thinking more just actually just live streaming everything, just like it's like just I still want to like talk with you guys, just like hang out. Hence why like I stream because like it's not me like even if I'm playing Valorant, right? It's not just me showing that's Valorant. It's more like we're all friends here,
Yep.
I want to talk to you guys and like it doesn't matter if I'm like deranking every single time, but or like whipping my shots half of the time. But it's just like it's more just hanging out, talking with people, and giving people like entertainment. Just like
I totally get it, right? Like
yeah.
time's limited, right? So when you have that streaming, at least that's why I remind Jimmy and other people, right? Like that's my chance to get to talk to you guys, right? See how your week's been, etc. So yeah, I understand that aspect of wanting to stream.
And it's like I met some really cool people, um, that came on my stream, and then I play Valorant with them, and it's just like, and I joined their community, and everyone's like super chill, everyone's like super nice, and like some of those people are actually my good friends to this day, to like, you know, to actually my friends I talk to like sometimes on a daily, just like or here and there, which is like we just message on Discord like, how's your day? Or like I know you're at work, or like today I have a friend, and it's just like it's just a simple like, good morning, hope you have a good day, or something like that. Or like they was like, oh, like today I had a dentist appointment, and then they reached out and was just like, how was your dentist appointment? Like stuff like that. Like I like stuff like that.
Me too. I know. It's so nice when you open it up and you see that message. You're just like, "Aw, you remembered." Oh,
It's
have
like,
a great
oh,
night, Marie.
bye Marie, good night.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah.
know when you said that though, honestly, the first person that came to my head was Jimmy. He's always good for doing that. I swear to God.
Honestly.
You can have like such a shitty day, and that boy will be like right there, messaging you.
Yeah, no, like I remember I'm like I didn't feel like streaming, but like I still stream anyways. And then Jimmy was the first one to actually like hop on. He was like, "Hi, Sevi.
Yep.
Hi, Sleepy. Hi, Bestie. How are you?" Like, oh my god, you just like made my stream like 10 times better.
So true, eh? Just a big heart of gold, that guy.
Yeah, I appreciate it a lot.
Did you get to work, Django?
Audio is still.
Oh. Did you get to work, Django?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's coming through.
Oh, okay, cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's coming through.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Hey! So you didn't get a chance to earlier, Django. Was there any retro games you wanted to shout out other than the one you mentioned in chat? Earlier, Django, was there any retro games you wanted to shout out other than the one you mentioned in chat?
Not really. No. Not really.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I think, yeah,
Let's see if I can get this to work.
no problem. How's your
saw a dog
Skyrim
walk.
adventures treating you?
Oh, they're great. They're great. It's Skyrim. You can't go wrong.
No, I think, well, Juggernaut kind of derailed me a little bit there, but I think I got through most of the ones that I wanted to cover, that I was passionate about. Yeah. Sleepy, did you get a chance to mention all the ones you want? I know you said Sonic and,
I think my main two was just Sonic and Mega Man. Just those two are like big on my childhood.
Oh, you
Yeah.
well, in that case, then, since I got the two of you guys, Sleepy, you know what? You haven't been on in a while, so I haven't asked you to do this in a bit. Why don't you make the question of the night? Django, you cute dog. Yeah, whatever you want to ask.
Django's my shotgun rider. I'm sorry, Obi. I don't trust Django in the car too much.
That's so cute.
I forgot you like to put people on the spot.
Welcome to my stream. I mean, Django has been on here for a while. Is there anything in particular you were curious about? The young fella?
No. I don't know. Whatever topic you guys come up with, I'll just BS about it. Fake it till you make it. I don't know. I do actually have an extra camera. So if it's and I can ship it to either one of you guys. So if you need a good high quality Logitech, I have one I can send one of you.
Aw, thanks, Django. I'll sweeten the pot there for you, Sleepy. Do you need a little bit to think?
It's a nice USB
I'll give you a nice
plug-in camera,
That actually looks pretty sweet. That's a nice one.
and it's It's the same one that I had that I'm using now. And I just happen to have 3 of these. So
Cheyenne reminded me of a story that I had. So I know you guys have redeemed in the past, right? And sometimes I've had to repeat stories because I couldn't think on the spot. So Sleepy, I'll give you a few minutes here to think of a question. There was one time that Cheyenne ended up having to go to the hospital. She fainted, right? It was nothing like intense. But anyway, she ended up fainting and had to get rushed to the hospital. And at the time, we were really big into Trailer Park Boys. So if you don't know who that is, right, it's a Canadian TV show. Django, you probably do, buddy. But yeah, it's a Canadian TV show, right, about these 3 criminals and their life, right, in a trailer park. Anyway, one of the characters' name is Randy. He's one of the trailer park supervisors that's there, right? Big gut, usually eats cheeseburgers, right? Everyone kind of makes fun of him. Anyway, Cheyenne's dad is named Randy, just to put some context into the story. So usually me and Cheyenne would be messaging each other, jokes from the show and stuff like that, right? Like, hey, Randy, blah, 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 or, Ricky, etc., etc. So anyway, I didn't assume this day would be any different. So at one point, I was at work and I got a text from Cheyenne, and all I said was, "Hey, it's Randy. Just know that Cheyenne's okay." And in my dumb brain, I guess I didn't click what that meant, as in like, "Hey, it's her dad. Cheyenne's okay." So I just text her right back as if I was joking with Cheyenne, going, "Hey, Randy, you fat fuck. You're going to go have another cheeseburger." Now, mind you, this was her dad, okay? Her dad's a scary dude. And like, he must have been like, "What the fuck?" Like, when he read this, he just responds back to like, "Yeah, so Cheyenne's okay." And again, it wasn't clicking in my head. And I just going back with it. I was like, "Yeah, you can have some more cheeseburgers, you fat boy." Like, I'm just going on and on about this. And it must have been
too
like
many
an
bowls that
hour. Yeah, oh my God. He must have thought like, this guy's a piece of shit. Like, and then like, it must have been an hour past. And I guess finally clicked in my head. I was like, holy fuck, that's her dad. Like, so, I messaged back. I was like, "I'm so sorry." I tried to explain myself. I was like, "It's a TV show, obviously not important right now. How's Cheyenne doing?" But yeah, one of the most embarrassing moments. So embarrassing that this man has never brought it up to this day, right? I know he knows, like probably thinks about it once in a while, but thankfully during any interaction we have had, he's never brought up those texts. But it was definitely one of the most devastating moments for me when I realized that it was her dad I was speaking to and not Cheyenne, joking around about the TV show.
I hope she explained it.
Yeah, well, I mean, when she was conscious, yes. She, like I said, she did faint at the time, but yeah, it was just, super embarrassing. Not one of the brightest moments for Mindful. Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't have much. I'm sure I have embarrassing stories. Probably one thing from my childhood that always got me, and it's not too bad, but I used to be a Boy Scout, and we always had our meetings the same night it was either like every week or every month or whatever it was. And we'd always go to our den mother's house. And it was just, your parents would drop you off, you'd walk right in. We always held our meetings in the basement. So you'd walk in, go downstairs, and there'd be the rest of the den and we'd do our Cub Scout activities were. Well, and our meetings were usually fairly late, like 8 o'clock or something like that, 8 o'clock in the evening.
okay.
And one night I get dropped off to go to my den meeting. I do the usual thing. I walk in, I go downstairs, and there's nobody there. And I'm like, how is everybody? I know I'm on time. My mom had already left. So I'm kind of there at the house by myself. I'm like, this is weird. I walk back upstairs. Here's my den mother in her nighting gown come out, and we're just kind of standing there staring at each other like, what? She ended up having to get dressed and she drove me home. Apparently there wasn't a meeting that night. I just walked in the house. The door wasn't even locked. I just walked right in. I'm walking through her house, Here she is, in bed in a nightgown. Like, hi, den mother.
That's too funny, Django.
Yeah, I felt pretty stupid. It's like something so little, but I've never forgotten that moment of embarrassment.
It's so funny, how like certain memories just stick with you for the rest of your life. Yeah. How about you, Sleepy? How about we make that the question of the night? How about we just tell a little embarrassing story about ourselves, if you're willing to, of course.
Um,
Doesn't have to be anything crazy.
embarrassing story in my life. In my childhood. There's so many. I can't think
The trauma, let me tell you.
of that PTSD.
And you have a long way to go too, Sleepy. And there will be more.
I mean, growing up in the type of environment that I grew up was literally traumatizing. I guess one story is just when I was young, right? And I say that when I was young.
Yeah, like last week, huh?
No. But when I was like probably roughly like maybe 8 or 9 or like 10 around that area. So my brother we had 2 bathrooms. Of course, a master bedroom, which is my mom's room, and then like the bathroom everyone shares. So my mom was in her bathroom. Like I wanted to take a shower, so like my mom was in her bathroom doing her own little thing, and then so I decided to go to the bathroom where everyone, like all my siblings, shared and stuff like that. And I walked in on my brother taking.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the
I
absolute worst.
like I don't know why, but he didn't have the light on, so he was just in the restroom with no light on. The
Just
door
pooping
was
in the
open.
dark.
The door was open, so I just walked in, turned on the light, and I saw my brother. I'm like, I just walked out. I just like, all right. I closed the door, and he's like, "Why would you do that?" He came out. He's like, "Why would you walk in on me?" I'm like, "Why didn't you turn on the light and close the door?" Like
Yeah,
I'm just
for
like,
real.
I was
That's
like,
too good.
and then like me and him was like yelling back and forth. Keep in mind, I have 2 brothers, but my second brother is 3 years older than I am. And then my mom walked out and heard us yelling. She's like, "Why are you guys yelling?" And then I told her what happened, and she's like, she yelled at my brother. She's like, "You're kind of stupid for that."
Yeah,
He's like,
that was definitely on him for sure.
yeah, I'm just like, bro, and I don't know. That's the only like embarrassing story to think of on top of my head. But like my brother and I talked about it to this day. He's 26 now, but like me and him still talk about it. Or like he was on the phone with a potential girlfriend, the girl that he liked, and I came in a room and like I acted like a girl that was jealous. Like who the fuck, I was like, hey. I was annoying little sister. I was like, hey. And it's just yeah. I got in trouble with my second brother so many times, but it's okay. We bully each other. I don't know.
So you have
That's the only.
you have 2 brothers and no sisters.
I have two. I have an older sister. My sister. So my oldest brother, uh, is 30. Just turned 32 in July. My sister just turned 31 in June, and then my brother's 26.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have 2 older sisters from my dad had been married previously, so they're technically my half sisters. We've never called it, never looked at it as that, but um, so I've got 2 older sisters. One's 7 years, and the other one's 10 years older than me.
Yeah. I also have 2 half brothers. One's 3, the other one's 2. But
Oh wow,
they live in Boston, so I haven't really met them in person yet.
that's a
Um,
bigger gap than I got. That's a huge gap.
yeah, but it's just yeah. But we're all like very close. My siblings and I, we joke around and stuff like that. So we're all very close to one another. My sister actually just moved out last April of this year from my mom's, and then I took over her room. I I switched I switched rooms, and
Oh,
Was it at
nothing wrong
least
with
an
that.
upgrade?
I mean, it's just a room facing like in front of the house. It's not like in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's definitely this room actually gets a lot darker. Even though it's in front of the house, it's it doesn't get much sunlight. But my old room, which I use that old room for I have 2 nieces. So when my oldest brother come from SoCal, like they sleep in that room. So it's mainly their room or guest room. But like, I don't know. That room gets more sun than the room I am currently in, which is great because it's like I'm a complete other vampire. My sun is not great for me.
I get that. So it makes your brother feel any better though. I can't remember a job that I've worked at in retail so far where someone hasn't walked into the bathroom when I was going poop. Like it's the worst. It's the worst because everyone has access to keys there, right? So it's like there's quite a few people that will never knock first before they unlock the door and enter. So I've
Oh
come with
yeah,
the
like
system now where you just like you flush when you hear someone walking by. It's like hey.
yeah, I always lock, especially like public restrooms. Like there's only one restroom, right? And there's no like stalls. Like I always double check the door is locked. That's the whole fear I have.
You guys should get one of those locks like you get on the insides of hotels. That one that you kind of like swing closed. That way, even if someone has a key, you can't lock it from the outside, so you don't have to worry that it's going to get locked. Like by some stupid kid. You can only lock it
True.
from the
Yeah.
outside there. That way, nobody walks in, and that probably wouldn't be too expensive.
My company's pretty cheap, so I don't know if they would do it, but that would be a good idea, definitely. In the long run, just funny. Every freaking job I've had.
I was telling a story. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kato.
Sorry, but I don't know. I died. People thought my brother and I were boyfriend girlfriend. I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, that's my brother. Well, when I was a freshman in high school, was this senior, and he walked into my dance class, and all my friends like, oh my god, that senior boy, he's so cute and stuff like that, and they're just like, they talk to me, I'm like, that's not gross, and they're like, you don't think he's cute? Like he could dance, good looking. Like you don't think he's cute? I'm like, no, he's kind of ugly. Like he's kind of ugly. They're like, what's wrong with you? He's so cute. I'm like, bro, that's my brother. And they're just like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I'm like, they're like, you guys don't look the same at all. I'm like, we don't have to look the same to be siblings. We're blood related,
It's
bro.
so true, eh? What a weird thing to say.
Yeah, I was so grossed out about it. I was like, oh my god, I'm like, you guys literally see me get in the same car as him after school. Like, and then you see us together when we're driving to the store. Like, what? It did not click in your head that we might be siblings? But, I don't know. People are weird, but...
It's like they've never held hands. Like you think you'd get the hint.
We literally call each other "Hey Ugly" and "Hey Troll" every day we seen each other on campus. Like, oh my god! But 14-year-old, back in like 2014, freshman year.
Sorry, Jacob, were you gonna say a story?
If I did, I forgot.
No worries.
What about you, Mindful?
Um, Any what? Sorry, embarrassing
Any
stories.
embarrassing stories?
Well, I mean, texting your father-in-law all those things was pretty top tier for me at this moment in time.
Well, something you said, Sleepy, that it's a change in topic, but something you said a little bit ago just kind of sparked in my mind about you said being a vampire. So my question was going to be, what's everybody's favorite vampire-related movie?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Um,
I mean, not to go with the mainstream, but I love Blade. I thought Blade was just fantastic.
That's what I was going to say.
Definitely.
Actually, it was Blade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blade 1 and 2 both were really. I didn't like the third one too much.
Yeah, right.
First
The
two
third
I
one
thought
kind of ruined it.
Yeah, I would be like, I would have like been like the typical like, you know, basic girl which is like, oh, Twilight, but I didn't really like the guy who played a vampire. I liked more the werewolf.
Pattinson or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the werewolves are pretty cool. Oh, yeah, that's a good shout. Funny enough, actually, I heard there's gonna be a remake for Blade. I think I posted in the Discord there. I don't know. I don't know. It'll be weird. Brand new actor playing Blade, so that'll be kind of interesting to see how it pans out.
You know,
Ooh, that's interesting.
I get so sick of Hollywood though because they're always wanting to redo stuff they've already done. Like it's like there's no
Yeah,
such thing as an original idea these days. All they want to do is just let's remake the same things. Like how many Spider-Mans have there been? You know, and
exactly.
for me, Tobey Maguire will always be Spider-Man, and you
Yeah.
can't just
100%.
remake
Yep.
the same damn thing and have you know somebody else and just say, oh well, it's a remake. Well, we don't need a remake. It's not even old. You know,
Like stay with the OG, man.
that's how I
Like,
feel. You know, like I can understand in certain cases, like even like Superman. How many Supermans have there been these days? You know, just in the last
Yep.
25 to 30 years,
Yeah,
Christopher
Batman.
Reeve, yeah, Batman's right. It's like it's unnecessary. It's ridiculous. Hi, Jenko.
Yeah, especially because there's such a big pool of superheroes to pick from, right? Like, I mean, even Spawn. I would love to see a Spawn 2 at this point, like something more in that element.
We have never seen Spawn.
You never seen the line? Oh, it's
Mm.
so good, so good. I recently watched it with Cheyenne again. And yeah, it still holds up for a '90s movie.
oh, talking about movies or like a show.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys are big anime fans or stuff like that. Um, they made a live action of One Piece, and it's on Netflix. And the actual creator of the anime of One Piece actually directed the whole of like first season um of One Piece. And honestly, I personally don't like live actions of anime. They kind of butcher it, but like
That's how I felt
you
about
know,
Airbender.
yeah. And so like I highly recommend it because like this you know this is like um this is like a legendary like anime correct like director or like creator. Um so like the fact that he actually got to handpick the cast and like you know directed the director how he wanted it to be. It actually is really good. It's only like 8 episodes for the first season,
that's not
and
bad.
yeah, like it's basically a wrap of the first season of the actual anime of One Piece. Instead of being in 24 episodes, it's like they kind of wrap it up in 8 episodes, which I thought it should be slightly longer just to like people get the full detail. But
Yeah, you've got that much. You have that much source material to pick from, and you're trying to compact it down into 8 episodes. That seems. I understand what you mean. That sounds like
yeah,
they're cutting a lot
Yeah,
of fat off.
because
yeah,
am I
and
wrong, Sleepy? Isn't like the series like over 1,000 episodes at this point?
the anime is basically 1,035 episodes if I remember correctly. So
Yeah, so that's a lot to put into a show.
but a lot of that is a lot of that is a lot of that anime is fillers. It's more
Yeah,
background story. It's more catching up. It's more stuff like that. But
Sounds
for
like
the
Dragon Ball. Jeez.
it basically is. But like for the live action, I think they just cut it. They just cut all the fillers to like the main parts that happen in the anime. But they're talking about season 2 coming out, I think in October, and I am excited about that. Yeah.
Like I remember
I
no,
watching.
highly
I was interested in that one, so it's nice to hear some feedback on it. I was curious if it was any good.
uh, it's it's good. Like just the characters are very like diverse.
Yeah,
Um my personally favorite is the person who's playing the swordsman personally because he's just top tier like oof. But like the person who plays the main character, which is Luffy, he portrays Luffy in the anime really well, but like he also have his own little spark to it, with his like own little personality. I think that's great. Because he actually got crowned the Straw Hat by the original creator and the voice actor of Luffy, and that's like a huge honor because if I got that, I
Yeah, that's
think
pretty
I'm.
cool.
And he's and the actor that plays Luffy is only 21 years old, and he got, he met the like legendary Oda. His name is Oda, and then like he got crowned the Straw Hat, and I'm like, dude, if I met Oda and he crowned me the Straw Hat, I think I'm done with life. I'm set for life, man. Like I'd be happy.
I
Not
get it. It's always nice when people take like those characters and they really like really try to portray it right the way that it should be done. Like I'm thinking like The Witcher as well, right? That was very well done. I think you mentioned before Sleepy, The Last of Us, right? Like
yeah,
it's always nice when they go the extra mile. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which
The
I'm
Last of Us, they really did a good job on that incredible detail. Like I have never even played the game itself, but I've heard that people talking about how incredibly close, even in a scene for scene aspect, how close they got to the game. Like that attention to detail is nuts.
The only
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
I found downside is just like the original voice actors for like Joel and Ellie.
Oh,
They
of
didn't actually
course, that makes
get to
sense.
play Joel and Eddie, but like I understand like not Eddie, but like I get it that the little girl is actually a grown woman now. She actually has a part uh in the show.
Oh, really?
I think some voice doesn't mean that they are an actual actor though. Like, can you actually act? Can you do the action? Can you do the role? So I think people are voice actors only because they're voice actors. So you can't just put them
True.
in camera necessarily.
True, but those voice actors, I didn't catch it until my boyfriend's cousin actually pointed out. But the voice actors actually in the show, but it's more like side characters, which I thought was pretty cool. Like for Ellie, she's a grown woman now, but she plays as the mother of of the girl who's playing Ellie, which is I thought was pretty cool because they have they're not their main like character. It's like it's cool to see them be part of it at least. But the
Yeah.
guy who played Joel, um, I thought he was really good at playing like portraying Joel. That's I think he did a really good job at that part.
I'm sure they is that. Oh, I can't remember his name now. The actor. I know Cheyenne has a big crush on him. Cheyenne, what's your boy's name there? Pedro.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah, there we go. You knows it instantly. Yeah, I know he's a really good actor though. I like him. I'd say Super Mario movie did the same thing too, Sleepy, where the original voice actor of Mario, I believe, was the father in that movie. Um, yeah, it's nice when they give a little tip of the hat right to those characters.
Yeah, I just like seeing they're part of it. They might not be the
Yeah,
main, but at least they're still like a part of the show or a part of the movie. I think that's still really cool.
yeah, right. Giving credit to the history of it all.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, because they did Last of Us, I think the next cool one to see, if it's in the idea train there, would be God of War. I think that'd be a cool series as well to see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Actually seeing like a movie or a show of God of War, I think
Yeah,
would
right.
be really interesting. I would 100% watch that.
Yeah, I feel like that would be pretty good, pretty action packed.
I mean, the game is really good enough, but like I don't know. For me, like seeing like games made into movie, like series, like a TV show, it's always like hit and miss. But like with The
Yeah,
Last of Us, they did a really good job. But I
yeah.
I
As I
would
was
like
saying, right, they really set the bar for that standard now.
yeah. So I don't know if they did a show or a movie of God of War. That you don't have to be Last of Us. That's my 2 cents in it. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it all depends on who's the casting, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much for tonight. I appreciate it. Juggernaut was definitely the lay of the show there. But yeah, thank you guys for just tuning in and shooting the shit with me for a little bit. I appreciate it. And again, thank you, Marie, for all the subs. That was very kind of you. Yeah, hope you guys have yourself a beautiful evening, and hopefully we'll get to catch you all next week.
Sounds good, Mindful. You take care. Bye, Sleepy.
You
Bye,
guys
have a
too.
good
Have a
night.
wonderful evening. Okay, and as always, for the last part of the show here, I just want to again thank all of you guys for tuning in. Usually around the 2 hour mark is when I have to start to end them now because editing does take a while, right? So 2 hours is more than enough time for me to power through some. Um, Again, just to give it one more shout, by the time you hear this, Mindful is slowly getting more caught up. I am now just a week behind on my editing, so hopefully when this one comes up, maybe I'll be, almost back on par again with the live stream on the Tuesday and uploading it by the Saturday. You will at this point already know that Jimmy and Mine's podcast is up. Right when I'm done this, I'm going to upload to Spotify, so that'll be available for you guys. And can't say enough. Thank you, Sleepy. Thank you, Django. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Juggernaut. Thank you, Tommy. You guys, are always a part of these conversations, one form or another. Maybe not every single podcast, but you're definitely in there more often than not. And yeah, I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow right at the end of the stream. I appreciate it, my dude. I gotta catch your streams out a little more often. I haven't had a chance to match up with you. Heavy Helen and Gunpoint. Aw, thanks, Sleepy. Gotta get those follows one way or another, either Gunpoint or just through interactions. But yeah, I hope you guys have yourself a beautiful evening. Mindful's gotta go feed the tummy. I gotta go pet some kitty cats because they're crying and wanting some attention. And I hope the rest of you guys have yourself a beautiful night. Catch y'all next time. Bye.